Okay, power chords. You're definitely gonna come across power chords. A lot of rock bands use it, punk rock groups use it. It's a great way of getting around the guitar because you're only using one shape, right? Right? Now, if you remember, we talked about chords before and we said there were 3 different notes played at the same time. Well, if you notice, I'm only playing 2 notes. So power chord, you know, you can't, there's no major, there's no minor, you don't know what it is because it's only 2 notes. There's no extra note to give that away. So what happens is you get a nice, real thick sound. Especially if we had a distortion pedal, it would be really nice, thick sound. And it's not a pretty note, right? It's not a pretty chord. It's just a nice, thick chord, right? So let's talk about the shape. The shape is, let's make one here on the 6th string, 3rd fret, right? So I'm gonna put my first finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret, and then my ring finger is gonna go 1 string up and 2 frets over, right? So you can see my ring finger here is on the 5th string, 5th fret. Now with my strumming hand, I gotta be careful here. I only wanna hit those 2 notes, right? If I hit more, that doesn't sound so good, right? So I can only hit those 2. Maybe you wanna make the 3-finger version. Well, I can only hit those 3, of course, you know? And then if you wanna get a little more advanced, you can try and mute out all the strings you don't need with your first finger. That's a little bit harder, but you can do it. And then what happens is you have those 3 notes and then nothing else, right? And so maybe you could do that with 2 fingers. Now, if I do move it to the 5th string, not only do I have to mute those guys out, but I also have to try and mute out this 6th string. So what do? I just use the tip of my finger to mute it out a little bit. And only those notes come out. So power chords are a great way to move around the guitar with one shape and to get a nice thick sound for rock music.